Oh guys, today we wrote the box office. This is the last box office before we made. Okay, actually we'll have a new president either way because Biden's not running again. But the number one movie is Venom: The Last Dance. This movie only costed $110 million to make, and I think this movie has now broken even. So Venom: The Last Dance, I think, has broken even. The movie needs to make around, I think, $270 to $260 million to break even. I know I'm not perfect on the math now, but probably 270. This movie has made $317 million. This means, despite the low scores by the critics, despite the very low scores the critics gave this movie is doing wonderful globally. Has made $317 million globally. Again, a lot of that a lot of this number comes from China, obviously, with around 46 million, which they have not updated that as well. Yeah, but this movie has made a lot of money globally, $317 million, and I think this movie is gonna make more money on its third and fourth weekend, as there is nothing really releasing until like the Thanksgiving slate comes out. So this movie really has not really much competition until then for big blockbuster movies, and it really shows how this movie performed on the second weekend, dropping 49% to around 90 million domestic. The number two movie was surprisingly The Wild Robot. Despite releasing on digital streaming, this movie has made $121 million domestically and has made $269 million globally. So this movie has become a hit and has made a decent chunk of money globally. $269 million is a lot of money. And yeah, this movie has made a decent chunk of money globally, making around $269 million. The movie that went back to number three is Smile 2. Again, after Halloween is over, this movie is not going to really make that much money. It's hitting a Terrifier 3. But the movie has made $109 million. Not as successful as the first movie, which should raise a concern for Blumhouse Pictures. I think those are the people who made this movie. Which means, much like a lot of their horror sequels, they don't make as much money as the first movie. Very well, they do have a franchise that is successful, but Smile 2 seems to be doing way worse than the first movie, or making $6.8 million domestically, and not having the same legs and staying power the first movie did. Next is Conclave, which has made $15 million domestically. Again, this movie, okay, if it were world, again, not the most successful movie in the world, but it has had a small drop of 20% at the box office. And yeah, the movie has made $15 million domestically, and we don't know how much budget is for this movie, but yeah, this movie has done okay for a non-franchise movie. Next is Here by Sony Pictures, the big movie of the week. I don't know why they didn't release a major movie as well. Of course, it has Tom Hanks, an actor that a lot of people don't like anymore, and it made $5 million domestically. Again, Tom Hanks does not sell movies anymore because really, over the past couple of years, his reputation has kind of been ruined with a lot of the allegations and accusations people made towards him, which isn't too shocking now. And again, actors can't really sell movies anymore. So Here only made $5 million. And yeah, that's about Here. And there is no interest in this movie. Next is We Live in Time. This movie has made $17 million and $18 million globally. This movie has actually been kind of a sleeper hit. Making $17 million. But yeah, this movie has kind of been a sleeper hit. But again, they did make this one of those limited to wide release movies. So yeah. Next is Terrifier 3, which actually had a small drop off because of Halloween. This movie made $50 million, which for a small budget movie is very successful. So next is Beetlejuice, which has made $445 million globally. Which is pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice 3. I think it's just called Beetlejuice 3 instead of calling it Beetlejuice, because that would be that would get very annoying. Next is Anora, which again is another non-franchise movie that almost no one cares about. But hey, they did release it in 250 theaters, so yeah, this movie has made $3 million. And Absolute Listen was another movie that I think no one's. It's another Liam Neeson movie, of course. Of course, no one's watching it. And of course, they released Godzilla Minus One into theaters. Yes, they released Godzilla Minus One into theaters for some reason as well. But Godzilla Minus One made another $500,000 in the theaters as well. Again, at the announcement they're making another Godzilla movie, the director is making another Godzilla movie, which again shouldn't be too surprising. And also they just re-release this in the theaters again as well. Again, re-releasing older movies in the theaters is actually becoming more and more common occurrence as well. So that's about this video here. Not a very big weekend, and goodbye.